Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here, and welcome to Galactic Civilization for Supernova. Thank you, Stardock, for sponsoring this video. There's a link in the description below if you want to check it out. We're gonna be talking about what makes this one a unique 4X strategy title. Let's get started. Before we actually make our map and generate our galaxy, I want to show you guys the mod workshops. This has workshop support. And if we click this little button down here, you can see what players have done. Now, GalCiv has a ship customization system in it, and it's not just, you have a standard model that you can change a couple of gameplay items on, but the model itself doesn't change. In this, you can actually attach bits and pieces to a ship to customize, add wings and engines and hull bits. So of course, players have gone ham with it. And opening this up, I had a good laugh at what was available here. You can see some of the detailed ship designs that people have come up with. Yep. I mean, look at this. Yes, I love it. If we go to Starbases, the detail is actually surprising, because remember, these aren't custom assets that they have downloaded. This is all using objects that are in the game using the game's editor. Yeah. That's pretty great. Anywho, I just thought that was funny. Let's get into making a map. So new game. Now, like any 4X, we've got all of our species that we can play as, but they're already pre-filled in lore, humans being the first one that we see. And since this has gotten a few updates over the years, there are quite a lot of default ones. They're all 3D models too. Look at that. Is that a dragon? I hadn't actually seen that last time. Fantasy space dragons. They're war profiteers. Ferengi space dragons with a single flagship. But one of the things that they've added in this version, if we go up to making our own, and you can make your own faction, you can import your own imagery to it if you want to, but one of the things that you can do with this version that I've been playing around with is that you can use their AI generated system to make a faction by just adding in a description. So say I put in here, I don't know, short, robotic, mechanics that love cheese, and we'll go under carbon based. Let's make them synthetic because they're robotic, right? And they are totally collectivists. That's totally fine. Now, bear in mind, when you do this, biology and cultural affinity, these actually affect gameplay as well as what is generated. Let's have the AI generate something and see what it gives us. Pending. The Cheese Raiders, the Cheese Bot Collective. It's still generating. There we go. Bite-sized mechanics with a cheesy passion. In the vast expanse of the galactic frontier, amidst the ceaseless turmoil of rival factions vying for domination, there exists an enigmatic collection known as the Cheese Bots. These diminutive robotic mechanics, their frame wrought with synthetic precision, harbor a peculiar affinity for the delectable allure of cheese. I love it. Unwavering devotion for the pursuit of cheese that truly sets the civilization apart. And it's gonna fill all that in, but what's even cooler about this, yes, so let's search some images for it. Let's see what the AI comes up with. Oh, that is horror incarnate. What's, that is actually kind of adorable. The Cheese Pot Collective is a thing. He's standing on cheese too. What did it make him? Behaviors are scientific and cultural. Okay. They're call cited as the CBC. Lovely. So that is a thing that exists in this. You can generate your, wait, what are their abilities? What did they get? What did it give it for abilities? Raiders? Minus 50 manufacturing and minus 50% income on all worlds, but they gain 100 credits for winning a battle. Oh, that's funny. Bizarre. We could swap all that out if we really wanted to. And then the ships that they gave us were these green ones. Okay. You can see the elements of how you could, they look almost insect-like. Huh. But yeah, that's the thing. You can generate your own factions, or factions that maybe you want to run into in your galaxy. I'm gonna go back though. I am gonna be really boring about this. We're gonna choose humans. And the only reason I'm gonna choose humans is so that we all have a base to work off of as we check out some of the other mechanics. But that's pre even getting into the galaxy. There's also a rebel version of humans in here with their own bits of, I guess they have their own soundtracks? Interesting. Some of these are from the old GalCiv games. How you doing? And then some of these are new for this one. I want to say, whoa, squiggly. There is something nice about choosing the ones that are pre-built because you get the animations. But let's grab the humans. They are the Terran Alliance. You can see all of their bonuses, carbon-based life forms. Next, and get into Galaxy. Oh man, our ship color changes. Can we change these now? I probably have to go in and edit it. All right, let's get into the Galaxy generation. So the way that this works is that the Galaxy is broken up now into sectors. It'll probably default to medium. I'll bump it up to large. I'm gonna max out the number of sectors that we can get so that there's a possibility. You know what, let's actually bring that down. I wanna run into AIs for this demo. You can change your research rates, how you want to play. I'm gonna let them be random so they'll choose from the list. Start game. But the way that they've broken it up now is that you've got sectors, these circles where your area of operation is going to be in, and then you can travel to the other sectors instead of having just one big map. Hitting certain points in your campaign, it will play these like CG cutscenes showing off what new technology that you've managed to either unlock or acquire, or some kind of like, it's like your first time colonizing a world or first time doing something major. You'll get a pretty sweet looking little animation. Welcome to the Galaxy. And that's our exploration ship. Other reason why I wanted to choose humans, because I'm fairly certain the animation doesn't change. So at least this matches the faction that we've chosen. This actually looks like our flagship. All right, into the world. The Terran Alliance is exploring the galaxy. Once you finally get in, if we zoom out, you'll be able to see here's our singular solar system. There's Earth, there's Mars. If we zoom out now, here is the sector we're in, which is pretty large. This could be considered like a small map on some of the old school 4Xs. But if we zoom out even more, this is just one sector in a greater galaxy. And that's how they've broken it up. The way that you travel in between these is that there's gonna be like a little hyperspace point somewhere along the edge of the map. Probably gonna be a few because of the size of the map that I chose. There's gonna be a couple of them like around the edge. Telling a ship to go to that means that it will jump to the next region for your exploration needs. The way that we can see what we can see right here is based on our ships and our ship's sensors. I think we have a probe too, right? Yeah, we do have a probe. I'm gonna send our probe out. This is the edge of the map, right? So let's send you towards this star system along the edge of the map. Right click. The over map, the way this is played, it is turn-based. If you're coming from other 4X titles, you might not be used to that. And we do have the TAS Discovery, which is our flagship, and we've got a colony ship, the Endeavor. I'm gonna order the Endeavor to colonize Mars. I wouldn't be surprised, instead of right-clicking this and just ordering it to go there, hold on, before we actually go there, I bet you if I took auto-colonization on, it would most likely just go straight there anyways. But I'm gonna order them to go ahead and colonize Mars for us. The flagship, I'm gonna send out to the nearest, this is the nearest, right? Nearest artifact. Artifacts are powerful relics, lost civilizations. Basically, you can send out only the flagship now. This has changed from previous versions. Only the flagship to go and explore these little spawns that pop up and collect them. Meaning flagships are fairly valuable for that. They also level up and gain upgrades as they travel around and survive, so try not to lose them. At the moment, I can only have one. In a prior game, I actually got research, and we're gonna go into research right now, that allowed me to pick up another one of these. So you can have more than one flagship. And what ended up happening was like having the Yamato and the Enterprise on two separate missions. I had one that stayed locally, researching and picking up all the little drops. And then I had one that I sent on its like 5-year mission out into the middle of nowhere to explore far off regions and try to find where all the other factions were. Let's go under research. Research in GalCiv. I like the way they've handled this. So you have what your scientists are recommending to you, which are kind of like randomly chosen from the available tech. And these will be researched at a 50% speed boost, right? So 50% research bonus at the top, you can say. I can pick up colonial practices, and putting my mouse over, it'll tell me not only what this will do, this will give us planetary governors, it'll give us our policies can be extended for another turn, and more assignments available. But what it'll lead to is even more important. This will unlock stuff like research districts and xeno-industrialization. I can hold shift if I want to, and hold shift, and I can bring my mouse over these to read exactly what these do. If I went for artificial gravity, this would actually give us orbital manufacturing is what it'll lead to. And right now, it'll give us more logistics, better movement. Movement's a big deal. Farther we can get out, the faster we can explore. And then the more we can take advantage of how the map has set itself up and generated for resources. I am gonna do the policies though, because it's recommended, it's 50% off. It's only gonna take 2 turns. Ooh, but I could go for something like subspace scanning. 13 turns though, you see the difference? I could choose any of these on the right-hand side, but it's gonna take a lot longer. We go for like military research right now or asteroid mining. Also read what you get for these. Stuff like asteroid mining actually gives you miners, provides 2 free asteroid miners. So sometimes you'll just get ships or you know, resources from doing the research. Let's go ahead and pick this up. So we're gonna get that research. What else we got? Idle shipyard. So if I bop out of here real quick, our shipyard is being supported by Earth right now. If I double click, it says sponsor Earth, meaning any of the production is being funneled to the shipyard from that world. So anything that gets funneled to Earth is going to help the shipyard. And that'll make more sense when we get into more of the economic side of things. I'm gonna pick up another probe to get construction. I can also go in here if I want to. I can design new starships. Let's see, start new design on a constructor. Constructors are used to build star bases. This is a way to like remote claim areas. So if you see like a lot of asteroids, but there's no planets that you can colonize, send a star base out there. Send a constructor out there and you'll be able to do it. But you can totally get into here, and every ship has an amount of equipment that you can attach to it. So if I wanted to put like unshielded thrusters on this, which will lower our hit points, but increase our movement, which is kind of cool. If I need to really move this really far out, maybe that's exactly what I want to go for. Get that extra 4.5 movement speed. But we could also, probe module, unlimited range, the probe module. We could also hit up our cosmetic mode, and we can start attaching. Like, this is all the stuff that's already on it. But if we wanted to, we could attach more stuff on here, or we could do something weird, like make stuff, not only change the texture that it's made out of. I actually want to grab, what would be a weird one? Yeah, the center bit. The center bit, maybe we want to represent this has gravity by spinning a section. So I can go to animation. We can also, by the way, fine tune all this. You can change the texture, the skin, the color of it. But I love, this is ridiculous. We can make it rotate and oscillate. And it's not, oh, because I'm not playing it. Yeah. I don't know what this is right now because I moved 2 of the rotations on 2 different axes, but just one extra little detail. We're not gonna do this, I'm not gonna change it. But so you can see, that is terrible, and no, I don't want that. Are you sure you want to? Yeah, I'm 100% sure. But you can get in here and customize your starship if you'd like, with all kinds of fun. Like, let me see, can I? Oh, we can go to the downloaded section. Oh, but no, I don't have any colony ships downloaded, so nothing's gonna show up from the workshop. So lots of customization to do here. All right, let's get back into the mechanics because we still want to show off some combat. We need to get through some turns. We need to build some stuff. Let's end our turn. You didn't actually go to Mars and colonize the world. When you build colony ships, you're actually taking a population member from the world that you've built the colony ship from. Our first colony. Mars is an inhospitable home for organic life with challenges of radiation exposure, toxic soil, and relatively low gravity. Yes. Ares Vallis is where Sonjor, the first Terran explorer outside Earth, landed. So we can choose to gain a leader from this event. We can gain extra minerals or extra technology. I'm gonna say give me an extra leader. Cool. Go back down to my leaders. Our leadership panel. Recruitment. I'm gonna go ahead and just recruit a few people. Here's who we picked up. Let's pick up somebody to do, wow, you were all level 10 research, really? Your intelligence is really high. Let's grab you. Oops, didn't mean to drop out of there. Let's grab you. This is costing me credits, by the way. and I'm going to assign you. So you're going to be my research minister. And assigning these people gives bonuses, you know, like extra research tech slots and whatnot. Let's grab, I'm going to assign you, and I will assign you to exploration. Exploration, +1 movement. Yay. Governors, we only have 1 world at the moment. Diplomats, we have not made contact with anybody, but we could assign someone to be a diplomat. And commanders, we don't have a combat fleet yet. And then factions within our government, within our society, we have factions that we can assign people to get various bonuses and to help them. So let's go ahead and get done with that. On the bottom list, we have our executive orders. Now, there's some cool stuff in here that can pop up. Basically, telescope takeover. I can use this to reveal, yeah, I'll use it, an area of the map. So let's say, ping this for me. I had no idea there was a faction here, but I just made first contact by using a telescope. All right. But as you get like events, as your flagships move around, you'll get like special abilities that you can kick off. Some of them may be like one and dones. I had one where we captured some kind of space monster, and the choice was like capture it or fight it. And I think there was a third one, I don't remember what it was, but I captured it and I saved it, and then I was able to deploy it somewhere on the map. I thought that was really funny, of a strange mechanic. All right, what's going on with Earth? Clicking on Earth with our hexagons here, we can choose what we want to do. I like the way that they've handled building up worlds. I like this idea that you can see the different, like this is what? It's supposed to be Earth, right? So North America, let's put our capital in Africa, why not? We can click these, we can make them specific kinds of districts, and it gives you a number of turns on how long it'll take to set that up. We've also got our unique improvements, like capital mainframe. What's this gonna do? It will lower production cost. It will, civilization achievement, interesting. Allows us to jumpstart our research. All right, well, if it's a research thing. Oh, and there are regional bonuses for being near structures, right? So if I put this industrial center next to this, it will get a bonus because it's next to the capital. See the little like green icon there? I'll drop that right there. It's gonna take a few turns for that stuff to get finished. So I'm just gonna let it run. We're gonna get another citizen in 1 more turn. Probably not a bad idea to get another colony ship going shortly. Hey, we've made contact with another species. The screen flickers for a minute before a video emerges, filled with an image of a massive insectoid creature. Motionless at first, it's only a slight waver of its vicious pincers, which indicate the creature is alive as it glares back at us. Huh? What? Fake a smile and nod. This is what I do in most social situations. Yeah, we're gonna do that because we don't have translations, so we can't actually talk to them. This is where that AI generation for factions comes in handy, because it fills in, I believe, all of the text for when you're interacting with a faction. And I think 4Xs are uniquely perfect for having AI generated text like that, if you're gonna be generating factions anyways, because they all end up being kind of samey. Yeah, we're gonna fake a smile. Oh, okay. A being in much the same shape as a crustacean wobbles cheerfully on our view screen, a jumble of eyes and legs. Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing because we have no idea what it's saying or how to talk to it. I guess, oops, I zoomed in a little bit too far. I guess we ran into 2 factions. I don't know where the other one is. And they are sending out their own probes. I like that their ships are hot pink, sure. All right, well, they have a lot of ore in their region. Let's go ahead and hit our research. Now, I want asteroid mining, but 10 turns is a long time. We're gonna do some combat anyways in this episode, in this like preview, so I'll just go ahead and get combat ships going. And I think that even, I didn't read it, but I'm pretty sure that gives us extra ships. Like, we're gonna get warships for doing that research. All right, our civilization policies. We can change these out whenever we want to. I'm gonna pick up fast exploration. This will give us a +2 to movement speed as natural explorers. Done. And if you ever want to change that stuff, just go down to the bottom panel here. This is also where you can change your tax rates to increase or decrease your approval rating if you really need to get some extra income. You can really jump this up. And the cash does come in handy because some stuff you can rush when it pops up for events. All right, let's go ahead and what do you got for me? We will assign our scientists to the tasks when we have the time. Or speaking of treasury for cash, I can actually, you know what? Let's have a corporation do the work for us. That way I can keep up my research and not have to change it out. The turn go by, and we should be actually able to communicate with them in a moment and set up trade relations, hopefully. When you're exploring the galaxy, especially as you get your probes out there farther and farther, and you start seeing what's, more and more of what's available, and you want to do colonization quickly, you can click this button right here, planets, and you can see here's Mars, our colony that we've set up. Also, uncolonized worlds, you can put your mouse over them and see maybe which one is interesting to you and where they're located. These are kind of like their recommendations, or what is colonizable. Weirdly, there's one because of an event inside the Sol system. A planet just kind of arrived. You still working on this? You're still working on that. All right, let's end the turn again. Our first anomaly survey. Our survey ship cautiously approaches the mysterious object. All sensors set to maximum gain. What will we find? Our first event from this. And before it had a chance to show me the event, it popped up for our research is finished. Wonderful. Oh, we can get star cannons, lasers, and hypersonic missiles. You think we should do research districts? I think we should do asteroid mining. Hyperwave radio is how I got a second capital ship. 9 turns. Not a long time. But we get asteroid mining, we actually get mining ships. Provides 2 free constructors if we do starbase modules? That's pretty sweet too. Yeah, let's do that one. That way we can get some starbases going. I like that there are rewards for picking it up. So this is our first construction ship. No, I mean, sorry, this is my first warship. Yeah, warship. This is using a very similar model to, oh, that looks kind of familiar, to in my last campaign's construction ships. But all right, so we have a warship. I'm gonna have you guys just kind of stay here on standby so you don't keep popping up. I don't really need to move you unless I want to use it to explore a little bit. Like I could send them, yeah, you know what, that's what we'll do. We'll send them, never mind, I have a mission for you. You're no longer on you're not on standby, go this way. Set a course. They have sensors, they can get some work done. What else we got? This is the survey report. Harvest the artifact's energy to gain valuable resources, duranium. Your fleet stumbles upon an ancient artifact floating in the depths of space. Its origin is unknown. Some of these will have some much more interesting, options to pop up. Oh, you weren't part of that fleet. Yeah, join up with them. You guys should stick together. You literally should be moving together as a fleet. And once I've joined them together, now they are a fleet. The Sol Fleet 1 is on the move. All right, Discovery, flagship. Let's send you. There's a capsule right there. Head over that way. Give that a poke. Remember, only capital ships can do that. Moving on. Hey, look at that. We actually have a slender, blue-skinned bipedal appears. Delicate in feature and manner. I still can't understand what you're saying. I thought I paid you guys. Maybe it takes time. And if you want to see the tech navigator for all the different tech trees, you can right in here. I can start making Star Eagle fighters now, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Our fleet, the probe is done. Let's set a course. Head on out of here. Sol Fleet's tiny. Ah, there's a black hole. And around the edge of it is a little bit of antimatter. We're gonna end turn again. Ships are already on the move. They're doing their thing. You're scanning. I like how colorful the map is, that's for sure. Probe. Yeah, let's go in between these two empires and see what they're up to, so we can keep an eye on them. Probably gonna be seeing them expand their empire pretty quickly soon. What did you find? we have something that we can do on world. We can get planetary generators unique to the colony. What is the bonus on this? This is manufacturing and military adjacent level bonuses. You're going to give us maintenance and manufacturing, and construction costs will be lowered. What in the rainbows? +2 approval. Weird. And you'll also pick up stuff like upgrades, like boost coil, power to sensors. Yes. Pick you up. Pick you up. Keep doing upgrades. Now, once I don't want you getting too far away, Soulfleet. You're just gonna stick like around here, patrolling the edge of our space. We've got a new event. So our flagship has detected an ancient cargo container drifting aimlessly to the void. This appears to be a relic of the precursor wars. Inside, we find a fully intact Enorian drive system, a ship component that is remarkably small for its size. It could be attached to a ship to increase its speed. Alternatively, we could harvest a significant quantity of helium from it and sell it to the highest bidder. So we can get some cash, we can get some resource, or we could attach this to a new ship. I'm gonna say bring it home, and we'll definitely attach that to a new ship. So what they mean by attached to a new ship, if I click on the Discovery, I click on our starship, we can add, once this thing levels up, he hasn't leveled up yet. Let's send him out on another objective. Head over to this capsule. We can add blocks to this once he levels up to increase its capability. We can't right now, but we will be able to. I think we can also build a ship with it, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll wait till he levels up and you'll be able to see what the upgrade system looks like for your flagships. Let's intern again. And then as time goes by, we'll actually get little news broadcasts on what the world or the galaxy is up to and where all the civilizations stand. And right now, we aren't even on the top 5, and they're all unknowns. We haven't even run into them yet. Hey, we got our new tech, our Starbase module. There it is. This is what I was hoping we'd pick up because I wanted to get some more production asteroid mining. This will actually give us a few asteroid mining ships, and I'll be able to show what the economy looks like and how they've made it so you have, like if I click Earth, notice how Mars isn't really a colony where I can go in and I can customize it without putting somebody on this world. Yeah, send a governor if I wanted to. What it's doing is it's funneling its resources to the capital of the region, right? And that's gonna be the same thing for the asteroids. We're starting to get an idea of what the galaxy is looking like, what factions are where. And there is a bar that shows you what kind of the territorial control is in a region. So that bar is going to be moving. I found another race, but we can't talk to them because I haven't done the research yet. Join up with them. Let's get this fleet larger as we're going to get into some combat fairly early, I think. Yep, join up with the fleet. And let's have you auto-explore. Off into the galaxy you go. We have a situation report. The corporation we hired to develop the Universal Translator has had a setback. They have a prototype which works, but it's based to use translator with the most negative connotations possible. Our diplomats warn this will surely cause embarrassment if it doesn't start a war. The corporation is confident that with more funding, they can resolve the issue. I've already given them more than 50% of my entire budget that I had on hand. Negative is fine. We're mainly just going to use it to declare war anyway. Yeah, we're gonna go like super dark side mirror universe Terran. Why not? Mostly because I want to show the combat system. So with all of the exploration and getting around the world, we actually have a upgrade for the Discovery for our flagship. We have crew quarters, command bridge, antimatter warhead we can't pick up, sadly. But what these do is they just give you bonuses. And I do think they give a visual difference to the ship, if I'm not mistaken. Sensor range, movement, or crew quarters. Let's get a +2. Crew quarters gives us what, extra hit points? Sensor range. I'm gonna zoom in on the ship. Let's see if the model changes. I think it does. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a little node or module somewhere on there that just got added, but there we are. Let's head over to the capsule this way and start grabbing that. Your captain reports discovering a lost cargo container in the depths of space. Inside, they found a highly advanced device capable of poisoning an enemy's planetary environment. So we could store this in the vault, or we could take it apart and get 500 credits and sell it on the market. We're gonna store that in the vault. Like I said, you'll actually gain weird little abilities that can pop up. Which this is not actually in there. The vault, there it is. The vault. Poison gas module. -10 to their farming, so you could starve them out. That is dark side. And then various trading elements if we need to buy stuff. What you do with this, some upgrades that you'll pick up will require certain resources. Like there are Promethium engines, so you can buy it off the market if you need to keep those fueled, so you can move even farther in a single turn. A way to get it if you haven't found it or aren't mining it on the galaxy map. Only ships with a survey module can scan. I must have, oh, I told the construction ship to do it instead of the, yeah, instead of the right ship. The fleet. Come on back, fleet. Another Star Eagle is about done, and you'll have your 5th ship in the fleet. I see you, probe. Oh, I can understand them now. Good, the Alliance survives. I'd hate to have to never been able to extract revenge. We can trade. Mind your manners, Korath. You won't intimidate anyone here. The turns move pretty quick. There it is. Our research is done. We'll grab a new tech. And I think it's gonna be, yeah, I think it's gonna be space weapons, so we can get stuff like particle beams and Gauss cannons. Now, with our asteroid miners, I like the way that they've handled the resource management. I showed what Mars is doing right now, but if we take one of these asteroid miners and we have them head over here and say, yes, build in the asteroid cluster, and I zoom in, now you can see we've got little asteroid mining bases all throughout, middle mouse wheel to roll the camera around, all throughout this batch of asteroids. And if I click Earth, now you can see what it's doing. Every one of these is bringing in production yields per turn now. And I can spread them out and around. So if you want to go really ham into the economic side of things, send you over here. Wonderful. You know what it didn't do? It didn't put anything here, so I'll have to build another one to grab this extra to get more asteroids coming in. But you can build stuff like, where's my constructor? Wow, there just aren't very many asteroids, surprisingly. But you can put a mining starbase using your constructor out there. I'll just do it now so you guys can see what it looks like. Where's one? Constructor ship. Yeah, you. Let's annoy this faction. Head over here, and I want you to construct a starbase, and I want you to put a communication base. This will work with our influence. Construct it. Our people have built a permanent structure in space. The starbase is an extension of our very civilization. And it's like a microplanet. It's gonna, generate influence for us. It's gonna give us a border. If it was a mining base and it encompassed things that were worth mining, it would have given us those resources and funneled them to the nearest world that have been useful. So, yeah. We could also do upgrades if we need to, like the Cultural Awareness Center available mod. Let's go ahead and attach that. Now, of all of the mechanics, there is actually, if we go down to, not diplomacy, we don't need diplomacy. We want cultural progression. So this is how we figure out what our culture is gonna be like. Our cultural progression, this has grown, because I remember when this game first came out, the first version of it did not have this many options. We can choose if we're gonna be a totalitarian regime. Are we gonna go for like pacifism? That's not how you say that. Pacifism, excuse me. And then start going down these trees, and they'll give you all kinds of various bonuses, like having +1 to diplomacy. Obviously, we don't care about diplomacy because we've already decided that our translator is just mean, I guess. Based on what we've been doing so far, we're probably gonna go for totalitarianism. Do we want to +100 control, unlock, unrest is reduced across all core worlds and security measures are more effective. I could probably buff up my my taxation if I do that. Double ship experience, prestige, obedience. Go in dark side. And we have cultural points. We have 4 remaining now, so we might be able to pick up. Nope, not even close. As we continue to play, as we finish up some of the like little pop-up quests, and I think there's other ways to generate these resources. We don't have a quest right now. Well, normally one's like set up your first colony, or what was the other one? One was like, oh, get the universal translator online. gave us some of those resources to start defining who our faction is. All right. Not gonna do it yet. Not gonna make my people angry as of yet. Do I want to pop an executive order? You can start like drafting colonists, printing money. Let's print money. Yeah, give me that that extra 500 and see if it makes them angry, and then we can use our new ability. Go ahead and start scanning. Earth Planet Report. A new group of weapon enthusiasts on Earth, oh boy, are beginning to become a problem. What started as a normal interest in our military has devolved into imitation and even fetishization. Oh no. A group decorating themselves with cast-off equipment and military paraphernalia. This group believes that our empire will only survive if we adopt the mannerisms and traditions of the oh boy. So we have a couple of options. What are your orders? Why would I order anything? Allow the Warforged movement to take root on Earth, or if we use force, it's not something to be proud of. Put an end to this movement. We could get one of those factions. I'm gonna do it just to mess around with that as a faction. So going under, oh, it's under leadership. Yeah, it's under leadership and then under factions. The Media Alliance, the Warforged, leadership recruiting, tech required. But I can do the Media Alliance and get influence growth. You know what? I'm assigning you to this. So there they are though. Warforged has become a thing. Oh boy. Space weapon research has been completed. Choose a new tech. Unlocks frigates. I think this actually gives us a frigate too, doesn't it? Unlocks frigate class ships and the ability for ships and starbases to auto volley. Unlocks siege ships. Yes, the siege module. Siege modules are what are needed to take over planets. Now, if you're expecting a new kind of ground invasion technology that's gonna really wow you in this, it's pretty bog standard for 4Xs. Deepwater. Our people of the Mantis Cluster have a profound connection to water. We wish to explore the depths of your oceans and study its inhabitants and understand its mysteries. We assure you, our intentions are purely scientific. Oh, this'll lower my people's opinion? I bet I gain a positive, like they'll see us in a positive light. I'm gonna allow it even if it makes my people mad. I think they'll be fine. Yeah, it's fine. We got a couple of days until our colony ship is done. Oh, our territory contains a disputed region rich in resources. Unfortunately, a rival political faction on our world is also claiming it as their own. We are open to negotiation, but need your support. If you back our claim, we will share the resources with you. Oh, that's cool. Remain neutral, support their claim, +2 on Norse spice. Yeah, we'll back your claim. We'll back your claim. We'll delve into your local internal politics. What could possibly go wrong there? Hey, and we recognize some of the factions too. That's good. So our colony ship is done. We need to choose who we're gonna send in the ship. Send one of our citizens up. Wonderful. Hopefully you're not a villainous alien. We're reasonable and open to new deals. Open trade. So there's our colony ship that was just sent up. I'm gonna just tell them to go ahead and auto colonize. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, the minor planet. Artemis is inhospitable as we have seen. It says inhospitable as we've seen so far. It is cold, barren, and has limited atmosphere. Allow the corporation to license rights to the colony. Yeah. All the corporations deal with it. And now Earth is funneling all these resources in. So we've really focused heavily on our region without expanding outwards. I could have gone under planets and chosen one of these worlds, you know, and set up star bases and colonies much farther out there. It's telling me, hey, do you want to colonize this world inside someone else's territory? I don't think it'll let you do that once it's in the influence of another faction. Like we could run over here and share a solar system with this other empire and push, you know, factions standing back and forth. Kind of interesting. But all right, I think it's about time we rushed a few more ships and started a fight. And we have a trade deal. We have a mutually beneficial offer for you. Prey meat? Did he just call me prey meat? So they're offering subspace scanning technology. They want our starbase module technology, our asteroid modding technology, and our universal translator. No, no, and no. Our offer is unacceptable. Goodbye, sir. Yeah, they're gonna be a problem, aren't they? I think that's who we're gonna go to war with. The pink people eaters. If I remember right, they like use other people's worlds and population to breed, basically. They're straight on like xenomorph alien kind of deal. Yeah, it's not good. What direction do we want to go? Let's go check out the artifact. Pretty close to that. Wish I had that second flagship in this campaign. Let's see, the flagship captain reports the discovery of a drifting cargo container. What's this one gonna do? It contains a highly advanced tactical thruster upgrade device, seemingly lost by another civilization. We could sell it or store it. I'm gonna store it. We've been watching you. We know your people have been infiltrating the dreams of the Iconian refuge. We're not crazy. We demand 10 units. What? If you say you have to say you're not crazy, they are saying that there you go, join up with the military. That's our bomber right there, one of our first bombers. We should have one more coming out. If you have to say you're not crazy and say that we're in your brain pan, you might be crazy. Wonderful. And I've been kind of rushing through this. If this was a full campaign, I'd be taking my time reading everything detailedly, but I wanted to show more of the mechanics in this preview. We've got, allows for more effective starship construction. Battle cruiser doctrine would be next on the list. It would take us 17 turns to pick that up. But imagine how long that would take if it wasn't 50% off. Yeah, looking like 30 turns. I'm actually gonna take hyperwave radio. I want another capital ship. Let me read it, make sure that I'm not crazy. Allows instant communication across infinite distances, adds flagship to your fleet. Yep. I want those little events that pop up. More of those, more exploration, more resources. Hi, probe. You're not allowed here, go away. All right, so we've got our fleet in enemy territory. We've declared war on the pink people eaters. If I click this right here, you can see these are the guys that we've gone to war with. And we've already claimed one of their worlds over, because of our starbase, we've actually annexed this planet and it's sending its resources back to Earth. You can see the line going back to it. And I think we're actually claiming this one too. If I'm not mistaken, we've at least got it completely surrounded by our like cultural expansion. A few other things that have come up as I've continued to play, those one-shot abilities. We've gotten some weird ones from doing exploration with our now 2 capital ships. We do actually have 2 flagships. One of them is that we can just deploy a friendly robot onto a planet to help the colony as a population. We could also, which was earlier in it, we can drop a poisonous gas module. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Activate it and put it on their homeworld since we're at war. It's gonna lower their amount of food that they're producing. And then they are like, that's their whole thing with this faction, is producing population. We're gonna slow that down, I hope. Let's go ahead and end the turn. I am bringing Discovery in as well. We're all moving up. Here is a fleet battle. So the way that it happens, I'd order that fleet to engage the smaller enemy force that was right near one of their planets. Before their reinforcements arrive, they're able to build more starships. We can just do a quick battle real quick. It'll just do the math and tell us how it's gonna go. Right now, we're expecting light casualties with our fleet of attack power 7. And there's the list of how that attack power is kind of calculated. Or we can watch the battle. If you're like me and you love to get some science fiction animated combat, thankfully it's not just automatic. I'm gonna pause this. We have a few options at the top, like hiding the HUD, and where is the button to make it look top down? Cinematic mode, let's go. Most of my fleet is all fighters, bombers, and 1 frigate. But you have no direct control over the battle. It's just play it out and see what happens. And there's our victory. Our first battle is won. And the invasion. So here's a ground invasion. To complete the invasion, attack fleet 12, planetary defense 33, or they're gonna win this. They're gonna slow us down, and they may be able to get reinforcements over here. It'll take us a while to actually take it. That's fine. I don't think the flagship can. The world is already under siege, and you can see the animation. But that's the siege mechanic, right? It's a loading bar kind of deal. I still have yet to see a 4X do something really interesting with ground invasions. A total loss for us, really. The starbase is considered that strong. Wow. Okay. Well, what we're gonna do then is fire beams into it. So instead of getting into a battle, we're sieging it, mostly. We're just doing damage at range. That didn't seem to do anything to it. Still 100 health. Right. Not every planet we find will be empty. We've known that for some time, but today is the first day we've tried to make one. We tried to take one from somebody else. The ground invasion. But that's a first look at Galactic Civilizations for Supernova. If you're interested in the title, there's a link in the description below. Again, Stardock, thank you so much for the sponsorship. I will see you all next time. Later, everybody.